Well, welcome back. You know, it's a new book meant to help kids navigate the changes that come with divorce. I think it would help families totally, all parts of the family. It's called One Family, Two Homes. And here to tell us about it are the book's author, Maddie Killian, and her bonus dad and family law attorney, Jonathan Fogel. It's so nice to meet both of you. Congratulations on the book. Just came out in September. You were 11 when you wrote it. You're now 13. And I have to ask, I read it this morning. My parents weren't divorced, but my husband's parents were divorced. And I learned so much from this book. So you really point out some super important things. This is a great book. Why did you want to write it?
I wanted to write it to share my experience, and also so divorce doesn't have to be such a traumatic experience anymore. And it's a sad one, but to lift the child up and not make it so sad where it affects everyone.
Yeah, no kidding. It's just information is power. Here are things that you ran into. You ran into these hurdles, these issues, and now you want to talk about it. So the first thing is, I did not know, and I guess they're in schools, you mentioned it, Jonathan, that there are support groups for kids who are divorced.
Yes, I had a support group at my elementary school, and I loved it. The teacher was very supporting, because divorce is such a common thing nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice thing.
To talk to other kids, even at the support group, but then you said after too. The other thing that I noted, and I imagine this would be a very common thing, but to really have a shared calendar so that everyone knows what is happening, mostly if you're toggling between the homes, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially if you have more than one child, right? You have activities going on, you have schedules going on, and to have a shared calendar to allow the ability of the kids to look at that and see what their activities are or what night they're going to be at someone's house, that's really important.
Okay, so this is something that I think probably is a real problem, but the parents have to get together and make sure that the rules at one house are the rules at the other house. You know, and I imagine that is a problem.
Yes, it is. Screen time or
bedtime, how late you can stay out, curfews as you get older, what you're eating. I mean, my goodness, so
and it's
hard.
important if parents don't coordinate that, then you get a kid who's like, well, I only want to be at this house because they're the fun house.
And that is what happens. You're totally right. Okay, gifts. I never thought about this. If one parent gives you a brand new phone and the other parent gives you socks, that's just, but they didn't communicate, that's a problem.
There's a disagreement. The kid may feel.
What's the budget?
Yeah, they may feel attention, or they may want to be with one parent more rather than the other because they are spoiled at that house.
Because they're young and they're coming up. I mean, you know, I know how about. Okay, so holidays. It's great if there's any way you can have a plan, you can keep the traditions going, but maybe you can even just be at the same table. Darn it.
Yeah, I mean, Maddie's parents are fantastic about this. We do things together. We get together. We spend time together. Holidays together. Even this past Christmas, Maddie's dad came over and we do a brunch together. I think it's such an important thing to show your kids that their other parent is still an important part of their life.
Yes, and that's what comes. Okay, so we only have a few seconds left. I want to mention, I love the fact if the pet is mobile, let the pet go between the houses. Sporting events, sit together so the athlete, you can look up and see both your parents and not think you're missing one of them. I love that. Don't let the parents let you be the gossiper between the parents. Oh my goodness, what an important thing. And potentially there's going to be new family. There's going to be step parents. There's going to be step sisters, step brothers. Make sure that works well too, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh my goodness.
So important.
Yes. Well, congratulations on writing the book.
Thank you.
It is beautifully illustrated. It's really well done. You really bring it home. You really point it out. So if you know anyone that needs to talk about this, you know kids that are dealing with divorce, it would be a great book, and you're on Amazon. So congratulations.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate both of you. You can find Maddie and Jonathan's book, One Family, Two Homes, on Amazon, and we have a link on KARE11.com. Now